Good afternoon. I'm Dale Emerson, and I have here today with me here at BJain's offices in Noida, in India, Kuldeep Jain and Dr. Frederik Schroyens. Frederik is here on a visit to do some recording for the Homeopathic Academy, and we're going to take this opportunity just to look at a little bit about what BJain has done for homeopathy in the last 60, 70 years. Okay? So first of all, Kuldeep, let's start with something which is a recent activity, is that platform, that connection called Homeopathy 360.
360, yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Actually, 360 is just a kind of platform where you have the portal where the people can connect to all the doctors and teachers and students, everything related to homeopathy. They can come to the one place, they can get all information, even for the jobs, opportunities, and for education's purposes. So the purpose is to homeopathy doctors, if need to do anything in homeopathy, you can find everything into that 360. So that is the logic behind.
Great.
To make the connectivity to everyone.
Yeah, so I've been getting the mails every now and then, and of course I didn't click on every mail, I must say, Kuldeep, but often enough to know this is an interesting portal, and congratulations with all the efforts that are put into it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you think there's anything that, on seeing it, are they doing a good job? Could they do something maybe a little bit better? Is there any advice you'd like to give to them?
I see it's growing, it's bringing more information and more possibilities, and so I think it's again a very new thing because it's so comprehensive.
Okay, great. So why don't I ask another question about BJain? Let's look at maybe going back in history. Frederik mentioned this morning how when he was studying homeopathy at the faculty that he was using BJain books back in 1978. So let's just talk about a little bit the past history of BJain books in homeopathy currently, and what's your vision of the future of serving the homeopathic community in the book publishers?
Past, like when the BJain started working in homeopathy publications, it was, I think, about 1960, 62. My father, he started publishing the books in homeopathy. That time, very few people knows even the spelling of homeopathy. Not many people knows what is homeopathy. And gradually, by the help of the big, good doctors, those who were having a lot of problems to find the books, it was not available. It was just lying in a couple of libraries and the institutes, so where the people can go and visit to look into the books. So after my father, he started doing the printing, because most of the books, they were out of copyright, public domain. So he did a lot of reprints, and gradually, one by one, I think in another, by the year of 1970s or 80s, most of doctors in homeopathy, they were, even the students, they were having their own library. So it was not very easy. So it was because the BJain has created low price books and availability of the books, not only in India, around the world. I think today if you go to any homeopath around the world, whoever is on the earth, he will have some of one or two books of BJain. So there's a connectivity, and BJain is very happy and to share with everyone that we are part of homeopathy, and by help of our books and publications, then we started publishing our first magazine, Homeopathic Heritage, in the year of 1976. Until now, it's a continued, is a monthly magazine. There are a lot of other magazines came and went away. So, but BJain Heritage is still continuing. Again, we started working with the Archival company from Belgium and on radar software. I think we did good job in not only in India to make it publicity and popularize around the world. So whoever is connected with BJain and homeopathy, they know about the radar, and this is one of the best software today. And most of the best good practitioners, doctors, they are using homeopathic radar. Again, we start with pharma now. Pharmacy, we have just started about 10 years back. We are manufacturing everything in homeopathy, from the herbs to the mother tincture to the dilutions, and we are the company who prepare all the back potencies with the authenticity and the source of remedy. So you can check the quality and the herbs quality and the procedure. So everything has a step by step. So there is, otherwise there is no check the quality of the medicines. Once it comes in a bottle, is only a label. But we can go to the back to every step for the manufacturing, and this is the confidence to a doctor, and the results comes over there. And we are exporting to different countries, homeopathic medicines, and I think BJain has done good job, and it's all with the help of all homeopaths.
So Frederik, you know the story, of course, about the books.
Yeah, but I must correct something there.
Fine.
Because Kuldeep says every homeopath on the world probably has 1 or 2 books of BJain.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that statement, but do you remember that bookshop near the British Museum that was distributing all your books? Are you aware of that bookshop?
That's right, book
So
center, yeah.
that's the bookshop where I went and where I bought the books. And I would say, Kuldeep, in that bookshop there was more likely 1 or 2 books that were not BJain.
Thank you, thank you. Good compliments.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
So BJain has been at the forefront for books.
Yes, been
What about
absolutely at the forefront.
What about
Yeah.
the support for the software and for the pharmaceutical? What's your experience with that?
Yeah, I remember, I think it was in the Liga Congress of Barcelona
Yes.
that we had stands opposite,
yeah.
and we knew BJain as, you know, one of the big names, the books, everything about books and publishing, etc., in India, etc., one of the big names in homeopathy, really. And of course, we were big on the level of software, the biggest software, the most popular software in the world. And we greet each other already many times,
Yes.
but I do remember it was down there at Liga Barcelona, you came to us and you said, what about, you know, reflecting on
Yes.
doing things together?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And the story about pharma now, they've taken on this mammoth task, but when I was hearing Kuldeep talk about the quality and the confirmation of knowing where the source comes from, it did resonate a lot about what you've been doing in the development of synthesis, and there seems to be a very, for me, looking at it from another perspective, a very similar approach to having a traceability, a
Yes.
confidence, a security in what is being offered as a pharmaceutical product, as what you're offering and
Yes.
doing with synthesis and the other aspects of radiologist.
Yeah. In synthesis, I can say that information is traceable to the source. It's one of our key ideas and one of the aspects that creates quality, the transparency that these additions, you can trace them to the source with precision. And so if I hear from your story that you are making the same effort of traceability in the production of remedies, I believe this is very valid, because you know very well that the end product cannot be checked.
Cannot be checked.
So the thing that can be checked is the way to get there. And so I'm very happy to hear
It's a
this.
confidence to the doctor.
Yeah.
What he's using, what he's getting into his clinic. So it's very, very important.
Yes, I agree.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for being here today in BJain offices in Noida, and it was a great having a chat with you, and we look forward to seeing you again here in India or elsewhere in the world. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.